should you donate blood freely without asking for anything in return? Shouldn't you be giving something in return for your blood donation?
Besides that, when people are going to use the blood eventually, should the blood not be given out for free?
For free.
Should it not be given out for free? Why do we have to pay for blood? Yeah. All right, so it happened on a Sunday that a group of laboratory scientists came to create blood donation awareness in church. And I sat with a group of people who raised an important question. Questions you just asked. We just asked now that if, according to the guideline, the World Health Organization, that blood donation should be voluntary, non-remunerable. What that means is that there's no coercion to it, and that people should not be paid for donating blood. If that's the case, then why is it that when people need blood in hospitals, you hear them say, go and buy blood from the blood bank, or some say, go and get blood from the blood bank, but you have to pay. So why do we need to pay? And what's in it for those who are donating their blood?
Yeah. So the thing is, I over time I've thought about a number of things, and I see that those things are, well, it might not be Nigeria only, but they are quite peculiar to Nigeria, such that things that are supposed to be free begin to attach prices, begin to attach money to it.
What's in it for me?
What's in it for me? And there's nothing that demonstrates this more than blood transfusions.
Yeah.
Because blood transfusion is close to organ donation. In quotes, you are not supposed to sell organs.
Yeah. If we think of it that way.
Yes, you're not supposed to sell your kidney. And the simple reason is because if you begin to say this is the price for the kidney, this is the price for the liver, then people will start, you see this person will kidnap this person and say, let me sell the organs.
Exactly.
Or people will even start selling their organs, and it's not supposed to be so. The same way as it's not supposed to be so, even with blood donations. If you say for every unit of blood that you donate, it's 5,000 naira.
It has become a commodity like that, yes. And it's not a commodity. It's something you do willingly. It's something you do out of the understanding that this has the potential to save another person. And life. What gives life true meaning is you being able to help other people. It might even not be someone but that you have done something that has the potential to help and save another person. It's the height of gratification for me. Yeah. For me, it's the height of gratification. But sometimes people have said that the reason why people reason like that is because hospitals don't give out this blood for free. So they feel, the conception is that if this blood is being sold out, why am I giving it for free? Yeah. At the end of the day, you are going to sell it, place a high price on it, but I've given it for free. In fact, that day, the person sitting beside me was, that's not ethical, and he was ready to argue and all of that, but very shortly I'm going to tell you the things I told you, and then he understood and reasoned with me why it looks like, in quotes, blood is being sold. So I think it's the way people say it that is wrong. And this is a lesson to people who run blood banks, hospitals that run blood bank and all that. Don't tell, and every healthcare professional really, don't tell people, go and buy blood. They are not really buying the blood. It's not the blood that they are buying. They are paying for the services.
But I disagree with you a little bit.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to allow you to tell us why we need to pay an amount of money for blood. But I think the peculiarity of Nigeria now comes into play.
Yeah.
The question is it supposed to be as expensive as it is, based on those things which you're about to tell us? So I think you go ahead and tell us.
So I'm going to tell us the reason. Yes, some of the reasons
why you need to pay.
Why you need to pay. For one, we can't just take blood from someone and give it to you directly. That blood is going, the person that is going to that blood is going to be taken from is going to be screened for diseases, transmissible diseases that can be transmitted through blood, things like HIV, syphilis, malaria. We have in some places they test for malaria and things like that. So all those these hepatitis, all those things need to be tested for before. In fact, they will first screen the individual and see whether the person is fit to donate blood or not before the blood can be collected from them. All those tests that we mentioned are expensive. It's not like they are giving they have it for free, or it's given out for free. So those tests have to be paid for.
Okay.
Now, the other aspect of it, the process of collecting the blood itself, the materials that would be used in the collection of the blood itself. You have the blood bag itself, the needles, the gloves, and other things, the anticoagulants. Because if you get blood now, what it's going to do is the blood is going to get clotted. But you don't want to give someone a clotted blood. So we want to give an anticoagulant that will prevent the blood from clotting. Those things must be paid for. They are not free. So you have to pay. Now, let's now move to storing the blood itself. You've collected the blood. The storage of the blood, there has to be a cold chain system that has to be maintained every day at a certain temperature that must not drop. That is going to be powered by electricity, fuel or whatever, and we know the peculiarity of our environment. Now let's talk about personnel. Not a Tom, Dick and Harry can just collect blood from someone. Not a Tom, Dick and Harry can ask the skill to screen. So the laboratory scientists or technicians that work in the laboratory system have to be paid. So we see, so we are thinking about the blood itself. Yes, the blood, but all the services that surround collecting that blood have to be paid for. And those are the things you're really paying for, not necessarily the blood itself.
Yeah, so I agree with you. Yeah, so if you are getting anything seemingly free, there are some things that need to actually be paid for. So even if you're under insurance, that means the insurance is going to be paying for those things. The challenge I have is this: should blood be as expensive as it is currently, especially in this part of Nigeria? Because if you are saying blood is the donation is free, somebody has donated. I remember when I was in training, that was some years ago. This was very clear because they will tell you, if you have a donor, this is the amount of money you pay.
It's less.
Meaning that the money you are paying
is far less.
Whatever blood the donor is donating.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now the issue here is, what about people who give free will donations? Okay. So if I go into the blood bank and I just donate for free, by the time somebody needs that blood, do they give that blood at the price for which maybe they have only screened for? Let's say, for example, screening is 30,000 naira.
Yeah.
If I've gone to donate, it means that whoever is going to get that blood should only pay 30,000 naira, which is the money to screen that blood.
Exactly.
But many labs don't do this.
So that's another issue.
Yeah, so you just hear that, how much is blood? Our blood is 80,000.
Yeah, that's
the problem.
That's
so it should not be so.
It should not be so. It's not blood, especially blood transfusion. By getting blood shouldn't be something you're profiting from, so to say.
That is the problem. And some people will not be happy when I say it's a Nigerian problem, but that's what it is.
Yes.
It's simply because some people have just felt
this is another avenue to make profit. Yeah.
So you see people going. There are people that are regular donors now. They go to donate and they collect money. Once you come, you donate 20,000 naira. So the person sees it as a means of income. So every 3 to 6 months, it just goes.
So
donate.
That's another issue. It shouldn't be like that.
Shouldn't be like that.
That people donate and they are being given money for their donate. And that brings me back to where we started from. And for an institution that has paid someone to get blood out of them, would eventually add that money.
Yes.
Because they have paid for the blood.
Yes.
Let me make. It's not a business. Let me make profit. So I paid the person that donated 20K. I had an extra 20K. The screening is 30K. Eventually, it comes to like 70, 80K.
Yes, which is why blood has become expensive.
But if you go to play and for example, my center now, really, number of people that are walking freely to donate, there are very few.
Yeah.
The instances where I see people coming in to donate freely, maybe there's an emergency, everybody, we put it on the page, please, if you can donate. You see people come around to come and but people coming in voluntarily to say, I would like to donate, it's rare. And some things.
I think poverty too is
exactly. And now the mindset is my own blood self is short. Which blood am I giving to someone?
Not to even know how much blood they have in them, such that when they take regular samples, they're like, doctor, you have finished my blood.
You have finished my own blood. So I can't give blood. So the mindset and everything. There's also the aspect of for one other thing my center does is to go to a central blood bank in Ibadan to get blood. Yeah. Well, the logistics of all that, transportation.
They have the central thing too.
Yes.
Lagos.
Yes.
And the problem is some people will get blood from the central and then resell.
Exactly.
You see, because when the government makes allowance for free donations, the blood is really cheap in quotes. So if you want to go there and pay for these things we said now, you have to pay for the testing, the storage and all that. But that amount is not near as expensive.
Now, what also happens is that, for those blood, we didn't even mention blood group, testing for blood group and all of that.
Now the question is, when you are going to that central place to get blood, because I'm saying this from experience, in those days when we used to get blood, I think blood used to be about maybe 6,000 at the time. So, and that when you go to this place, 6,000, and it made a lot of sense, because the amount of money to buy this, you could count the strips or the kits that they needed to buy and to test the blood, and you could say that 6,000 naira makes sense. But now you can't calculate it, because the amount of money they are telling you to pay is not commensurate with the amount of testing you need to do. So I think the summary here is, we should not make blood donation business.
It's not a business.
It's not supposed to be. If people donate freely, then that blood should be given free.
Apart from the fee of screening and all that screening, you can add the cost of storage, cost of electricity, cost of human resource and all of that.
Yeah, all those ones can be added, and that should not make blood too expensive. But it's because there is a business. It's just the same way. I think it's a mentality kind of thing. So you see, there's a popular bread in Lagos, right? And because there are lots of people wanting to buy that bread, you see long queues in front of the place. Do you know what people do? People will stay on the queue, buy bread, come out
and resell
right there in front of the place, the store, and be selling it. So the bread is supposed to be 1,500 naira. They will go on the queue, buy, come outside, sell it for 2,000 naira. Business. So we agree that is business, because that is bread.
That's bread. It's okay. It's okay for something that is life-saving. Blood, no.
So let's not see it the same way. That let me go to government, let me get the blood at 20,000, and I will sell it for 60,000. If you can buy it, buy it. If you don't have money, let the patient die. No.
And the mindset of getting something for something that has the potential to save the life of people, that mindset also has to change. It's something we do because we want to save another person's life, and that's the fact that you have the capacity, the ability to do something for someone else that will save their life should be enough gratification in itself. So this is also a call to people to go and donate. Just walk into any blood laboratory that has the capacity for blood transfusion service, and say that you want to donate voluntarily. You don't have to even know the person that you're going to save by that singular act. And well, maybe the benefits for you. I've seen people who didn't know they had hepatitis, who didn't know their blood level, who didn't know that they had certain diseases, but through walking up to go and want to donate blood, they were able to screen them and saw that, oh, you have this, you have that, and it saved their lives, because if they didn't do that, they probably wouldn't have known that they had those issues in the first place.
Yeah.
So, summary.
The fact that we don't have agencies monitoring everything doesn't mean we should do the wrong thing. If you go to Europe and you want to make a business out of blood donation, the person is obviously going to end up in jail. Obviously. Mm-hmm. It's not possible. So in Nigeria, let's not always blame our leaders for everything, but we don't want to do anything. Let's not make a business out of blood transfusions and
blood donation.
Yeah, blood donation. There's an amount of money that is required,
yes,
for collecting the blood, screening it, probably even buying a bottle of something,
yes,
to give the donor,
yeah,
But let's not inflate prices of blood simply
unnecessarily
because we want to make business out of it. That will encourage people to donate even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're Health Harmonics. You see that our page has a new face. So we're Health Harmonics, and we have a platform right now, a website where you can have digital consultation with us.
Yeah. So we are going to be putting the link to the website in the comments. So if you have questions, you want to seek consultation, second opinions, you want to get a few equipment,
medical supply and things like that, so you can click that link click on the link to get in touch with us. God bless you. Bye.